Hello and welcome to St. Smith's Christian channel. The book I'm holding is the truth, and the absolute truth. It is the Word of God. It was not written by men. It is not an archaic book of meaningless stories. It is eternal. It is what every man and woman has in their heart to live by, and God calls them to live by. But being in the world, people choose to run from this, to run from the truth, to sin, to be in love with their sin, and to cast this aside as meaningless words, meaningless stories, but is in fact the Word of God. This is video 1 for St. Smith's channel, and I want to dedicate this to our family, the Smith family, the Berry family, and all of our extended family as well. Oliver Smith, Rory Smith, Sandra Smith, Scott Smith. A newest addition to our family, River Smith. Perhaps one day you'll be viewing these videos and following the truth yourself. We will be teaching it to you throughout your life as you grow. And Rory's wife, Jean Marie, as well, dedicated to her. And for the recent passing of our grandmother, Vera Agnes Berry, Noel Terrence Berry, Howard Seneca Smith, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and me being Howard Seneca Ryan Blakely Smith, the 7th. Welcome you to this channel, and we would like to start from the beginning. Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. First sentence, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 2, the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning, one day. Then God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." God made the expanse and separated the waters which were below the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse, and it was so. God called the expanse heaven, and there was evening and there was morning, a second day. Then God said, "Let the waters below the heavens be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear," and it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the waters he called seas, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees on the earth bearing fruit after their kind, with seed in them." And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seed in them after their kind, and God saw it was good. There was evening and there was morning, a third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. He made the stars also. God placed them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth and to govern the day and the night and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning, a fourth day. Then God said, let the waters teem with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open expanse of the heavens. God created the great sea monsters and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarmed after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind, and God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth. There was evening and there was morning, a fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth after their kind, and it was so. God made the beasts of the earth after their kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground after its kind, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Then God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed, and it shall be food for you. And to every beast of the earth, and every bird in the sky, and to everything that moves on the earth which has life, I have given every green plant for food, and it was so. God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. That was Genesis chapter 1 through 31. This is the truth, the way, and the life. And as we go through the Old Testament and the New Testament, we'll learn that Jesus Christ is the only way into heaven. He is the truth and the light, the only way to receive sanctification from the Lord. The journey continues. Thank you for joining us here at St. Smith. We'll see you soon. God bless.